Hello, you're welcome to today's class. So in this class, we want to look at estimation and approximation, and we have the following objectives. The first one is we want to look at the meaning of estimation, we want to look at body measures or body measurements, then look at the meaning of approximation. The approximation involving the four basic operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's start with the meaning of estimation. So estimation may be defined as a rough or sensible guess of a value or calculation. As you want to estimate, if you're estimating a value, you are making a rough guess or a sensible guess of that value or that calculation. So that's what estimation is all about. Although the estimated value or estimated answer is not always correct. It's not always correct, but gives us an idea of what the correct answer should be. For example, now, if I want to estimate the length of this marker, so I can use my hand span. I can use this to measure it. So if this hand span is let's say 3 or 5 centimeters, but made is 5 centimeters, I want to estimate this one. I can roughly say that this marker is 4 centimeters. That might not be correct, but it will give us a clue or very close to the perfect answer of this, the length of this marker. So that is what estimation is. That is, we are trying to get a rough guess, then estimate, rough guess of a value or calculation. Then we go to body measurement. So we can use body measurement to estimate anything. Like this board, I can use my hand span to get it, to measure, to estimate the length and the width of this board. So that is what body measurement is talking about. It's talking about using your hand span. So under body measurement, so body measurement, so we can use our foot. So we can use our foot to measure to this one foot, another one like this, to measure the length of something. You can use your foot, or you can use your arms. You can use your hand to measure this from here to this place. Pick it again and measure it. So once you know the length of this one, you can use to estimate. You can use your hand span as well too. To measure anything. So and so on and so forth like that. So that is what body measurement is talking about. But the main focus of this class is approximation. So we want to look at what is approximation, and let's compare it with the word estimation and move on to the next one there. So approximation now. Approximation, let's compare with this. Approximation is a way of using rounded numbers to estimate answers to a calculation. You can see the word estimate is still featuring under what approximation. But when we look at approximation, we are making a rough guess or sensible guess. But this one that we are using rounded figures. Don't forget that we have done how to round numbers up. So we have done how to round numbers to the nearest 10, 100, 1,000, and so on and so forth. We've learned how to round figures to the nearest number of decimal places and to significant figures. So all those things will be applicable here. So we're going to apply them here. So we are using rounded numbers to estimate answers to a calculation. For example, you have 423 multiplied by 53. So we can round this off to what? To one significant figure before what? We perform the operation. That is what we call approximation. It's not estimation. So estimation is that you are making a rough guess that okay, this one, the length of this is what? Is 5 centimeters, is 3 millimeters. That is estimation. But approximation, we are rounding up numbers to estimate what? A calculation. Hope I'm making sense. So that's the difference between the two. So estimation and approximation, they are not the same thing. But we make use of estimation when we are what? Approximating. So let's now look at how do we now approximate? What are the processes involved in approximation? So let's look at that one before we now look at what calculation involving four basic operations, which is to find an approximate answer to a calculation. So we are going to follow the following steps. So we have the first one is that round the numbers to easy numbers. That is, for example, now we have 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 4, 7. So we want to do this, we want to calculate this, we want to quickly approximate the answer here. You know, this one will involve, you don't want to use calculator, right? So you have to approximate these numbers to what? To easy numbers. So what are the easy numbers? We can have, this one could be what? 200, and why this one could be what? 50. So that's why rounding to easy numbers, such as one significant figure. I've rounded this one to one significant figure, right? Also, or two significant figures. Anyhow, then or to the nearest whole numbers. This one I've rounded to the nearest whole number. I've rounded this one to the nearest whole number. And at the same time, it's also to one significant figure. And this also to one significant figure. So it will be easier for us to multiply this in our brain. So that is 2 times 5, that gives us 10. Then we have the 2 zeros there and 1 0 here. So that means, so approximate answer to this is what? 10,000. But that doesn't mean that this answer is the correct answer. It is the approximate answer, not the accurate answer. So we can then go ahead and we see that this answer will be very close to the answer. So let's try this out. So 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 4, 7. So this gives us 28. We have 2. This is 21. 23. We have 2. This is 14. That is plus 2. That is 16. This is 16. Carry 1. This is 12. 13. Carry 1. This is 8 plus 1, that is 9. So we have 8, 9, 9, 10. That is 10,009. If you can see that is very close. We have 10,000 and we have 10,998. So that's what. So this is the accurate answer. This is the estimated approximated answer to this problem. So that's the first one. Then work out the approximated answer using this easy number. That's what I just did now. But note this. Very important. Note that approximation is not used to find an accurate answer. You can't use to find an accurate answer, as you can see now. So the approximated answer here is quite different from the accurate answer. Difference. You can see the difference. But to work out a rough answer that is close to the what? To the accurate answer. So let's look at this scenario. So we have a market woman that wanted to buy, let's say a market woman. Let's have this example. For example, a market woman that wanted to buy, let me say, 143 eggs at 9 naira 20 kobo. Right. So this one she has 30,000 naira with her, right? She wanted to know if this 30,000 naira would be enough to buy this number of eggs. So she can do the calculation in her head by doing this. So let's say this one is let's say this is 173. So she will just round this to one significant figure, and also this one to what? To the nearest whole number. So which means 173 times what? 9.2. That's what we want to get. So this one, rounding this one to one significant figure will give us what? 200. Multiply by, write this one to one significant figure will give us 9. So multiply this together. 9 times 2 gives what? 18. That is what? 1,800. So which means she has enough money to buy this egg. So that is just what we refer to as what? Rough estimate. Are you with me? That's rough approximation of the what? Of the answer. So that's how to do this. So let's now look at approximation involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. How do we go about that? So that's the next thing we're going to look at next. Alright, so approximation involving 4 basic operations. So we're going to start with addition and subtraction. So there are 2 ways in which the question can come. So we have this. So what is the approximated answer to each of the following? Then if you look at second question number 2 says, round each number to one significant figure, then approximate the answer. So this one is being specific. Why this one is not specific? Right? So it's not specific in the sense that we are not given direction whether we should round it to the nearest whole number or to one significant figure before we want to estimate or approximate the answer. So what we are going to do, I said the first step is that you round each number to easy number that will be easier for you to what, to add and subtract. That is, you can do without calculation, without calculating anything. You can do it in your head. So what we're going to do is 1a. So we're going to round. We have 569 plus 573. So what we're going to do, 569. So round 569 will be equals to 600 to what? One significant figure. Just be specific that this you have rounded to one significant figure. So if you round to two significant figures, just put two significant figures there, right? So the examiner will know that okay, you have rounded it because you get different answers. So I might round my own to one significant figure, and another person will round his or her own figure to what? To two significant figures. We are not going to get the same answer. We are going to get different answers. So is that clear? So you must be specific. Tell the examiner that okay, you have rounded this figure to what? To one significant, and you have rounded this one to what? To one significant. So the same thing will happen to this one, 573. You round it to put approximation to one significant figure. This also gives us what? 600. So in that case, this will then be equals to approximation because 600 plus what? 600. That gives us 1,200. Is that clear? So that is the answer to that one. Then to B part, the same thing. We have 759 minus 630. So rounding this one, 759 to one significant figure will give us what? 800. That is what? 1 SF. We have learned how to do this one. So let's first go through it again. So next 630 will then be what? 600. So therefore, this will then be what? 800 minus what? 600, right? So our answer will then be what? 200. I hope this is very clear. So that is that on the first question. For the second question, so let's do it here. For the second question, we have so the examiner is asking us to round it to one significant figure. So if you round it to two significant figures, it will be wrong. So that's the first thing you need to do. A is 105 plus 79. Just equals to, alright? So to one significant figure, this will give us what? 100 plus this one will give us what? 80. So that means the answer equals to what? 180. Is that clear? So then B part, we have 97.4 minus 58.5. So round this again to one significant figure. So this will give us to one significant figure, this will give us what? 100. Because this is one, you had one, so that is 100. Minus this will give us what? 60. So our answer will then be what? 40. You can see that's how to do this one. So the next one is we look at multiplication and division. Alright, so this is under multiplication and division. Let's look at this. We have find the approximate answers to this. So in solving this solution, so the same process. So we round it to what? One significant figure rather. A. So we have 431 multiplied by what? 98. So we round this one to one significant figure. That will give us 400 multiplied by what? So this multiplied by what? 100. So that means this will give us 40,000. I hope that is clear. That is A. Therefore B, so we have, this is division, sorry. This is divided by, so that is going to be 14.71 divided by 2.85. 2.85. So what we're going to have here, you write it again to one significant figure. So this will give us 15 divided by what? By 3. And that gives us approximately to what? To 5. So I hope this is very clear.
Alright, so for the second question, so let's have it here. So 84 men weigh 6,384.8 H3 kilograms. So calculate the approximate weight of each man, assuming they all weigh equally. So that's what we have on the board there. So let's have it here. So it is approximate that we're looking for, right? So which means we are not looking for the accurate answer. So what we are expected to do here is to round each of these number to an easy number. All right. So for example, this is what we're going to have. Since we are dividing the total weight of the men by 84 men, that means we are saying that each man will be equal to 6,384.83 divided by 84. But the question asks us to find the approximate weight of each man. All right. So what we're going to do, we are going to approximate this. So let's approximate this. So let's see how we can approximate it. That will be easier for us. So to approximate this, if we want to approximate it, we approximate it to a significant figure, one significant figure, and this will give us 6,000. Why this will give us 80. All right. So once we have it this way, so the next is to now divide. 0 we cancel out 0. So it now remains 600 divided by 8. So let's now use a long division method to solve this. Long division method to solve this. So we want to use that. We have 600 and then we have 8 here. I hope I'm making sense. All right. So that means the number you are using to divide will be outside, while the number you are dividing will be inside. All right. So that is the first thing we're going to do now. So let's look at this. So to now divide this, what we're going to do is very simple. We are going to make use of these acronyms, these steps. The first step is D, which means divide. We're going to make use of D, which means divide. I will see explain it. Then the next one is M, which means multiply. So that is the second step. Third step is S, subtract. All right. The next one is, so after subtracting, then we have what we call bring down. Bring down. Then the last one is I call it repeat. Some other textbooks they might use another word, but they are all the same. So let's now look at it. The first step is to divide. So what we're going to do is, if you look at 8 is more than 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine 6 and 0 together. If the first number, the first digit is less than the divisor. Now, you divide it, so you now combine the two. When you combine the 60, they are 60. So you now say 60 divided by 8. So that is going to be 7, because 8 times 8. Now, you must make sure that your multiplication table is perfect. If your multiplication table is not perfect, you're going to have problem with this division. So 8 times 8 is 64. And 64 is more than 60. That is, it will be 8 times 7. I hope I'm making sense. So which means that is what, 56. So that will be 8, that will be 7. You write your answer at the top like this. So that is division. We have divided it. So the next stage is multiply. What are you multiplying? The answer you have written up here, this, you multiply by this divisor, which is 8. That we are saying 8 times 7. Are with me? And 8 times 7 is what? Is 56. 8 times 7 is 56. Hold on. So that means you're going to write 56 under this. Let me erase this one. So we write 56 here. Then you close it. So we have done the first method. We have done the second method. It's steps. The third step is what? Subtract. We are now going to subtract this. That means 60 minus 56. That will give us what? 4. So that is, we are done with the third step. Exactly. So we go to the fourth step. The fourth step is bring down. What are we bringing down? The zero we have. We have made use of these two zero. Yes, 0 and a 6. We now bring this one down. And that gives us, we add 0 here. So this will now become what? 40. So 40 divided by 8 gives us, so that is, we have brought this down, 0 down, then we're going to repeat. That is, we go back to the beginning again. We go back to division. That's what this one means. So you go back to division and repeat the other steps. Right? So that's what this means. The last one means. I hope that is clear. Alright, so if that is the case, I hope everything is showing. So if that is the case, we will go back now. So that means 40 divided by 8. That gives us 5. Let me clean this. So that is division. We have done division again. So it remains multiplication. So what are we multiplying? This 5 will multiply by what? By 8 again. So that will be 8 times 5. That gives what? 40. So we write 40. That is multiplication, which is done. The next one is what? Subtraction. We subtract, right? So we subtract. 40 minus 40 gives what? 0. So we don't have any other digit besides 600 again. Is that clear? We don't have any other digit. In that case, that is the end of this. But if you have another digit, you bring it down and you repeat. You repeat. So continue like that until you finish everything. So this is what we call long division method of dividing numbers. Exactly. So which means our answer is what? 75. 75 kilograms. So which means each man, I'm coming. That means each man, so each man weigh 75 kilograms. So that is that on that. So move to the next step, right?
So this last example here. So suppose we have example that asks to find the approximate and correct value of this value of the following. So the first one is that we're going to find the approximate answer and we'll also find the correct answer. So that's what we're going to do now. So to do that, solutions. So which means we're going to have two answers on each of them. So A from figure 1, which is the approximate answer. So we have 467 multiplied by 92 divided by 23. So what we're going to have is we approximate all of them. So that's going to give us 467. So approximate it to one significant figure. So that's going to give us 500. Multiplied by this will give us what? 90. So everything divided by what? 20. So from here, since what we have between this and this is multiplication, we can just cancel, right? So 2 here, 1, 2 can go in 500. That's going to give us what? 250. So we can then multiply 250 by what? 90. So 250 multiplied by what? 9. So this is 0, 45, carry 4. So 18, that is 22. So that's going to give us 2,250. I hope this is very clear. So that's the first part. The second part is we're going to find the accurate answer. So we want to find correct answer. So that we're going to multiply this first. 467 multiplied by what? 92. So we do that. So we can work that out. 467 multiplied by what? 92. Or use calculator. This is 14. Carry 1. This is 12. 13. Carry 1 again. That is 8. That is 9. So 9 times 3. That is 63. Carry 6. 9 times 6. That is 54 plus 6. So 60. Carry 6. 9 times 4. That is 36 plus 6. That is 40. We add this together. That is 46904. So let's use calculator. Let's be faster than this. So multiplying this by this, that's 467. So 467 multiplied by 92. So that gives 42,000 42,964. So divided by 23. So this will then give us divided by 23. So divided by 23, and that gives us 1,868. So that is the answer. 250 multiplied by 9. Right. So that is the correct answer. This is what approximated answer. You can see that they are different, or they are close as well. So let's look at number 2. For number 2, for B rather, from figure 1, we have this 4 whole number 1 all over 5 divided by 1 whole number 2 over 5. So approximately we are going to approximate to whole number. So 1 over 5 is 4.2. This is 0.2. This is going to give us 4.2. This is it. 1 over 5. So when you divide it, this is going to give us 0.2. That this one is 4.2, and approximately is going to be 4. Right? So divided by, this is 2.5. 2 over 5 will give us 0.4. Right? So what this is 1, that is 1.4. 1.4 approximation will go with 1. So the answer is equal to what? 4. But if you want to do it directly, so in this one, Roman figure 2 will then be, let me use this side. So we have Roman figure 2, 4 whole number 1 all over 5 divided by 1 whole number 2 over 5. So let's have this. Alright, so let's take this one to the improper fraction. So this will be 21 over 5 divided by 7 over 5. So we can have it 21 over 5 times 5 over 7. So 5 cancel 5. 7 here 1, 7 here what? 3. So that means the answer is 3. It's quite different from the accurate answer here. So for the last one, the same thing will be done. So let's use this part for the board here. The same thing will be done. So that is C. For C, we have 7.5 minus 5 whole number 7 all over 8. So Roman figure 1 will then be, excuse me, we round this one to whole number, that gives us 7. This one to whole number, so 7 divided by 8. Excuse me. 7 divided by 8, and that is 0.875. So round this one gives us 6. So approximately this one is what? 1. But we want to adopt the second method. So Roman figure 2, the accurate value will then be, we combine 7.5 minus 5 whole number 7 over 8. So round this out, change it to improper fraction. This is going to be 15 over 2 minus 47 over what? Over 8. So we find the LCM. Find the LCM, which is what? 8. 2 in 8, that is 4. 4 times 15, that is what? 16 minus 8 in 8, 1. 1 times 47, that's 47. So 16 minus 47, that is 13 over what? 8, which is 1 whole number 5 over 8. I hope this is very clear. 1 over 5 over 8. So you can see they are not the same. This one over 5 over 8. So that is that on the estimation and approximation. That's everything you need to know on that estimation and approximation. This is where we're going to stop in this video. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you put on your notification bell. So anytime I release video, like to be able to get the vision of the video on time. And make sure you find this video useful and helpful. Give us a big one, thumb up. And if you have any question, you can put in the comment section. That will discuss it in our next video. So bye for now.